All right, welcome back to today's hentai prison, and we're gonna get started where we left off. In Tula prison, even drinking water is harshly restricted. While on the job, we're only allowed to drink during allotted breaks. Coal miners can drink relatively freely, though. So think about preventing dehydration. God. It can get pretty rough to find water when I'm outside on days off. But if I have to make it back to the cafeteria, I get to drink some weak tea. Technically, we can drink water in our cells. If you buy a cup, then you can fill it with water from the wall-mounted sink and drink that. This really not good. Yeah, I don't think the water on the sink is meant to be portable or whatever you call it. It's not drinking water. That's bad. I don't know where they're pulling the water off from, but it always smells strongly of chlorine. If even a Tokyo boy like myself thinks that, the prisoners from the countryside must have a really tough time. This is why cell tap water is widely held to be undrinkable among the prison population. Yeah, Shane, they can't boil it. Like, probably the only way you could boil something is if you're one of those in duty during who's doing the night duty, throwing the coal. Yeah. My room is freezing as usual. I bring myself to the slightly warmer grates and lean against the wall. The cart bearing a pile of books come rolling around. Hon distribution is another job that's part of night duty. Today's book lender is this bespectacled woman I'm relatively friendly with. She always wears an ill-fitting jacket. I think she was arrested for doing something to slippers. Eating them, maybe? Specifically, the slippers of young kids, if I remember correctly. Elementary school kids. He's kind of like a pedo. But she hunts for slippers for some reason. She hands me a hon. There's a memo inside from Kugitani-san. Arrangements done. Give it to her. Toss this. Thanks. I slip the cash into the human anatomy even the lolicon can understand and hand it to her. I then sneak it, the thing we talked about beforehand, under the book's shadow. She hides it in the pile of books, out of sight. Mission complete. Lippy. Well, not quite. I have a request. I put the rest of my money in its entirety into the hon I just borrowed and handed it to her. Can you let me take over night duty this week? I guess he really is looking for water. Some people call night duty boiler watch. It makes good sense. Most of what you do is feed the boiler units until morning. The obscenity ward waiting room is cold. The brazier, right? Yeah, I pronounced that word. Keeps it a little warmer than my cell, though. Yeah, just a little. My days aren't well balanced as before. I got so much to do, but it feels like my energy is drained. Yeah. How much time has passed since I was first cast out from our project room? It probably hasn't been that long. Yet, to me, it feels like I've been out for years. I just want to be back. And soon. Being out of the game makes me realize just how passionate I was about making it. I turn around to see Sufferin standing behind me. Is Sufferin well aware about like who's supposedly on duty or
私にはその義務があるからな。
Oh man, I guess I'm gonna cut something out though. This early on. I probably sent out the request to be changed to night duty.
知っている。異例のことだが、許可したのは私だ。
Oh, okay, she's the one. Okay. She speaks no further. Still, I can tell she has something to say.
大丈夫か ?0720 番。
Man, they're really that close now. That's so cute. He whispers, I am. My answer is clear. The prison guard and inmates share no more words. We aren't friends.
ならばよし。本日の日直、異常なし。
Wow. I think she just went there just to ask that question. With that, she leaves. It's not like it was a particularly special conversation. And yet, I can't help but feel a little better. Yeah, she cares to some extent. Whatever you call that. Alright, let's get to work. I put the kettle over the fire. Then I quietly take out the seawater or shells I brought in. I sit on my cell bed. As I slump down on my back, my lips naturally form into a smile.
まったく何がプリズンだよ。シャバよりちょろいじゃないの。
There's not a damn thing in this world money can't solve. Alright, we're already in this POB. It means he's gonna get fucked soon, man. Might be literally. Same goes for this prison. All I need to do is give a little flash of my bountiful financial assets. No one dares lay a finger on me, guard or inmate. And with my natural heaven-sent charisma, I can bring those people under my control with ease.
噛みついてきたやつはあのハゲワシだかハゲ馬だかわかんねえガキだけか。
The kid's already on his last legs. I brought out over half the jury. The only ones who refused were the guards, both stupidly diligent and stupidly foolish. Still, having 6 of the 10 means I'm guaranteed to win. That's the beautiful thing about democracy, really.
本当にバカだね。ガキって生き物とクリエイターっていう人種はさ。
I don't. With so many of them on the outside, I'd have. What's this? I'd have to make them their art for a pittance, grab all the rights, slap my name on it, and sell it. I scooped so much money from the ignorant masses, and I barely had to lift a finger. By the time the creators realized they had been had, it was too late. People who make things don't know how the law works. They don't know how people work. They don't know how anything works. You know what? I think I'm starting to understand why Skaji, if you read some of his tweets, well, you know, have 1/4 of his tweets that isn't about him talking about Futanari shit. it's some business related shit. Anyway, or things that could affect the industry. They're a group of gullible fools that got put on this earth purely for me to exploit. I used my power to silence them, to take away any space they had in the industry. That's how I made a personal fortune of 1 billion yen without breaking a sweat.
まさかそれがプリズンの中で使えるとはね。
The world is such a simple place. All you need to do is use your head a little. Those that can't, well, they die having accomplished nothing. I'm graciously going out of my way to put those lemmings, those fools, wasting their life to good use. Really, they should worship me. They should erect a statue of me in the center of Tokyo. But they're ungrateful enough to point their accusing fingers at me instead.
さて、今日の差し入れは何かね。
Plenty of gifts come my way every day. They're from politicians, bureaucrats, major record company execs, all people I made sure had a good time. I'm sure they're trying to keep in my good graces for when I get out. It's just so hard being popular. My cell's going to be buried in presents before long. Maybe I should have them move me to a bigger cell. I'm thinking of 15 living rooms, 2 dining rooms, 2 kitchens, 3,000 square feet, and about 45 bathrooms minimum.
これはエネマグラじゃないか。
Oh, this might be. I noticed it wrapped up neatly in the corner of the gift box. A quality brand. No, something I've always wanted. I unwrap it and pull it out. The massager is brand new. Not the prettiest sex toy, but the size isn't half bad.
しかしどうやったんだこれは。
Food and adult goods always get confiscated. Was someone nice enough to send it in with a fat wad of cash? I'm considerate of them, whoever they are. I think I'll produce their anus when I get out. I'll produce their anus? My treat! The details don't matter though. What matters is the massager.
久しぶりにやるか。おい監視、それにクソモリ、来い。
お呼びになりましたか、プロデューサーさん。
Man, they're really under his pocket, man. They even call him producer son. They probably don't even treat him like they're practically bona fide servants at this point. Paid servants to be exact.
私わいせつ棒なので。
私に上の口答えするな。やるなら下の口答え。さあ、こいつを肛門にぶち込め。上下にゆっくり優しくだぞ。
ローションがないと危険で。
この鍛えられた熟成のトロマンにそんなものがいると思うか。やれやれ、これだから股間知らずのガキは。
私ドスケベなことは一応は刑務官だし。
トップに立った女の子はみんなエネマグラを肛門にぶち込む時でも決して笑顔を絶やさなかったよ。
はい、承知しました。お任せください。
Yeah, man. She really wants to quieten the ranks. A perfect moment when a spear of lightning shoots from the gate of my ass to the ground of my head. Everyone's an idiot, but the biggest fools are men who don't train their The rubes think the biggest difference between the male and female body is the genitalia, but to be trapped by such an insignificant details is to shackle oneself to the lowest dimension of existence. God's greatest gift to man is not the penis, but the prostate. Why are you, as a man, not developing your God-given prostate? We may not be able to fly high like the birds of air or swim deep like the fishes of the sea, but damn it, we have our prostates. Why would you not realize its value? The pun being behind on its prostate game is going to earn its mockery and criticism from the international community. The link between the prostates and the GDP is self-science. What the fuck is this? What are we reading? Why are we developing new railways but not our prostates? Who are the professional states? The world order. That's right. The ones led by men with developed prostates. What the fuck is this? I don't even know. When do race cars get ahead? Race horses get ahead when their asses are smacked. The same is true of people. If you want to get ahead in this bitchable world, do this right now. Get your asshole plowed. The fuck is this, man?
安本さん、本当にこうしていればしてくれるんですか？私を。
出て地線がかけてるだろう。仕事の話などするな。
すみません。
ほら、もっとだ。
Who said this world, I think, is indeed my world? I like the full moon I shine. That's how I feel. It's a good feeling. Maybe I should come up with a poem myself.
エネマグラ、お尻に入れて気持ちいい。前立腺があってよかった。
The greatest poem. I could make myself cry. I should have been born during the Heian period. I would have made of Japan an anal empire. That would have, then we wouldn't have lost the war.
私は何をしていたら
適当にそこで踊ってろ。
なんで
知らないのか？今時はダンスも踊れないとアイドルにはなれねえんだよ。
I guess she's becoming an idol now.
アイドルになれたら金もかっぽり稼げてお母さんが殴られることもなくなるだろうな。
Money and the prostate made the world go round. You got those. You got everything.
一応こういうの禁止行為なのでもう少し声を
罰されてるとしか思われねえよ。おおああ
Okay, that's one way. Okay, that's a cover story. You can go to heaven whenever you want. Before I know it, there are only 3 days left until the hearing. Time has passed in the blink of an eye. Kurabayashi and the chief should be hard at work on the project in the computer room right around now, ignoring Iriducer's orders all the way. Hard at work in the room I can't get to. Without Ozawa around, I am alone. Not that I mind that much. I'm used to being on my own. The guards have stopped approaching me as much. No one wants to take on the extra work dealing with the problem child. Hello. The guard with the large posterior ignores me, passing by without a response. He might have caught wind of Iriducer's rumor, or have been brought out by him. I felt surveilling eyes on me from afar this whole time too.
おい修一郎、それでどうしたんだよ。
What do you mean?
審問会に勝つための証拠だよ。麦飯にマグロの缶詰と海苔の佃煮乗っけてる場合じゃねえだろ。
It's surprisingly tasty when you mix this in. Actually, that combination is actually good. The trick is to mix it evenly throughout the rice, rather than having it just on top.
釘谷さんの話によりゃ、向こうは陪審員を完全に買収しちまってんだろ。てめえの悪評を広めてよ。
It gets even better when you wash it down with some nice tea.
なのにてめえ見てたらいつも通り炭鉱行って休みは図書棟で本読んで夜は何の役にも立たねえ日直してるだけじゃねえか。
I might be able to make this into ochasuke, rice with tea in it. I think I'll give it a shot next time. If you're not familiar with ochasuke, just think of it as like some kind of porridge, but like the way to make it is like instead of you boil the rice with tea or broth or whatever, just have rice and you pour tea on it. That's it. It's not. Don't boil it. Anyway, the rice is already cooked, by the way. Has to be cooked at least. Anyway.
だからとっとと手打って先手必勝よ。
It's Asagohan time. The affair with suffering taught me that it takes some real time to earn people's trust. Still, there's no telling what the near future holds. I'm revitalizing myself. So I eat when I can. I need the stamina. I get back to the surface when my shift in the mine ends. I'm a little happy today with how many shells I found. Someone interrupts my grinning with a call from behind.
ようボン、ご無沙汰だな。いや、そんなこともねえか。食堂で顔は見かけるからな。
I like how he was sandwiched between these two immediately. Could it be Yashi? Chief. It's the program hour. And we'll get in trouble if we're not being in the computer room.
少しばかし寄り道をしているだけだよ。その程度のことで私にイチャモンつける輩なんざいねえだろ。
Good point. How's the project?
順調だ。言われた通り進めてる。このままだとてめえが勝っても用済みかもしれねえぞ。
I'm very shocked.
お前たちはどうですか？特に真っ黒なんて本当にしばらく会っていませんが。
We're fine. We've been reading in the library. So, she says. When the chief steps up beside me, she pushes her fist against my hand.
そこかしこの掲示板にこんなものが貼られてやがったよ。
A flyer never seen before, balled up in her fist. World's first prison mate. Only 500 yen, huh? He's really gearing up to steal our work. Right before the hearing, no less.
死後の世界、謎の病で幽霊になった少女がみんなに少しずつ忘れられながらも前世の記憶を頼りに光を集めて呪いを解き、クラスメートをバス事故から助け出す涙の感動長編。
Why does this sound familiar? Like, I literally heard of a literal VN with this literal plot. They just changed the details by a little. Hentai User's name is written particularly large in the made by section. Even larger than the artist's name. What a crappy flyer.
だな。まあ周囲に自分が制作しているって喧伝してるってことか。つまりは手柄を独り占めにしようとしていると、元より実質的な支配権を持っていたってことにしたいんじゃないか。あたしら二人が造反しねえように。審問会の結論が出た後、私たちが作らないと言った場合、監視たちが動けるようにですか。まったく小賢しいことをするものですね。
The chief gives me a cold glance. It feels like she's testing me.
もういっそのこと、作品をめちゃくちゃにしてしまうのはどうですか。プリズン批判とか人種差別とか個人攻撃とかを死ぬほど盛り込んで。なるほど。奪われるくらいなら奴の評判を死ぬほど落としてやるっていうことか。ボンはどう思う？
I don't want to do that. I believe from the start that this work would be the one with value and merit. I can't do anything to sabotage that.
だろうな。そりゃそうだ。私も描いたキャラをめちゃくちゃになんてしたくねえものな。私は基本構いませんが、このままあいつの手柄になるのは控えめに言って食。めちゃ向かっ腹が立つと言っても過言ではありません。同感だよ。そしてもう一つ気に入らねえのは、あの三下がそれを分かってやがるということだ。
He knows that we wouldn't mess up our game just to get back at him.
その上で利用する。つまり奴はそれだけシャバで搾取する立場にいたってことだ。染みついてやがんだろうよ。
The exploitation of meaningful creativity, of dreams. He's made a career of turning that into profit. This is how adults do things. I was an exhibitionist. I never knew what was supposed to be bad about that. But I knew my being wasn't on the side of justice. Vague. There are, however, people who do nothing but use others. People who think that others live and exist solely for them. Coming to Tulip Prison taught me that. I've met with and fought with a lot of people in this prison. But the intensity and specifics of their crimes aside, the subset of people I have in mind is, I think, more genuine evil. Beings of inborn malice, unheard of in society. If such people truly exist, don't think I can let them slide. I had my usual blind spot in the library. There are only a few days until the hearing. I'm gearing up for my last meeting with Chisato. Right before I get there, though.
なんだよお前ってさ、どうして私のことをイライラさせてくんのかな。
I notice hentai users. He's standing over a prone Chisato, kicking her. I figured I would see him in the cafeteria at dinner. This saves me time. Oi!
ああ、なんだよ君か。誰かと思ってびっくりしたじゃないか。
You're a little light on your escort today.
そう、監視は連れてきてないんだよ。 だってこんな姿を見せたらさすがに動かざるを得ないだろうしね。
He must have been kicking her for quite some time. There are markings all over her skin and clothes. What's this?
もうそれを見たのか？よくできてるだろう。
Stop spreading lies.
なんだよ、てっきりもう審問会では勝てないからって平謝りに来たのかと思ったのにな。
Is key all you played?
何か仕掛けてくるかなと思ってたら何もしてこないしさ。
And get your foot off of her.
どうやらこのネクラと影でこそこそ本読んでたんだね。
He kicks the girl Chisato across the floor. Yamero. I take a step forward. But somebody steps from behind him towards me.
もしもあなたがここで暴力行為並びに性的行為を働いたら人を呼んで懲罰棒にぶち込んじゃうですよ。
He steps in to ward off my objection, which means they haven't noticed my actual counterattack yet.
お前さ、診断書のことを考えてるだろう。釜掘ったって話が私の自作自演だって証明できれば流れで監視の買収まで暴露できるってさ、そう思って余裕こいてんだろう。
A reducer claims that I anally raped him. The only reason I haven't been punished for this is that there hasn't been any physical evidence to prove it. If my penis really passed through his anus, it would have left some sort of mark or change. Our resident doctor, knowledgeable in anatomy, would have been able to find some sort of evidence. He would have been able to write a report on it too. There being no such report is the reason I haven't been sent to solitary yet. There's just no evidence I raped him.
んなことにこの私が気づかないとでも思ってんのかよ。まったくバカだね。
A scummy smile comes over his face. Don't you feel bad for stealing something people made?
は？奪われる方が悪いに決まってるだろう。
He sounds like he is simply stating the way of things.
そういえば君、この企画でプロデューサーとか名乗ってたらしいね。
Oh shit. I hate it when that. Let's finish. Oh fuck, that's not how I want it.
そういえば君、この企画でプロデューサーとか名乗ってたらしいね。けど本物のプロデューサーっていうのはこのくらい有能なもんなんだよ。君みたいな何度やっても学習しないおバカさん、プロデューサーには向いてないな。あとこいつもさ。
He kicks at her upper arm.
書いてるもんがいちいち暗すぎるんだよ。わかる？お前の書いてるもんはウケねえの。だからこの私がアドバイスしてやったのに無視しやがって、自分に才能があるって勘違いしてんじゃねえのか。なんかこいつ見てるとイライラしてくんだよな。ちゃんと喋れねえのかよ。親はどんな教育してんだ。
あなたからはなんかシンパシー感じるんです。似てるっていうか、でも私自分が一番嫌いだからあなたも嫌いです。
I'll say it again. Stop this. If you go any further, I will kill you. I'll plug both your holes.
へえ、この後に及んでそんなことが言えるんだ。いいのかね、そんなに強気でさ。
What are you going to do about that? About it?
だったら念のため君の評価をもう一度最低にまで落としておくことにしようかな。
An unsettling glint shines in Reducer's eye. He then slumps himself onto the desk.
あー、痛い、また犯される。
Before he can finish, I slam my head on the desk as hard as I can. Ah, nice. That's nice move. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. Satisfied?
No.
He seems to want more. More than, huh?
何してるんですか。
So it would look like he was being beat up by a reducer. Can you get sent to solitary for violence that's not against anyone else? Let's find out. I slam my head on the desk again and again.
気でも狂ってるんじゃないのかお前
Blood gets into my eyes, blurring my vision. I keep on smacking, even so.
なんだか流血騒動になっているようでして、シコレンコ監視長、早くこちらへ。一体何が？は？おい、0720番、お前何してるんだ？
私は何もしてなくって、この人が勝手に頭がおかしくなっちゃったので。
お前には聞いてない。黙ってろ。おいダバハゼ、早く0720番をイブ島に連れて行け。
My body goes limp. Right as I see Chisada's face pop out of her hiding place, I fall back and black out. Well, that was one way to defuse it. I wake up in the bed.
やっと起きたな、やんちゃ坊主め。
Higuchi sensei.
おはようというには遅い時間だね。
It looks like I've been taken into the infirmary. A trash bin near the bed is filled with balled up, blood-soaked tissue paper. Did I bleed that much?
出たよ。だから縫ったのさ。4針くらいだけど、こめかみのところを。
She gets mad at me when I try to touch it. It looks like she can do simple surgeries.
修一郎さんはまたおやして。お主は全く悪ガキだな。先生悲しいぞ。
I did it on purpose to see you.
なるほどね。君でも腹が立って意種返しなんてするんだなって思ってた。
Not time for that yet.
じゃあなんで？アメちゃんが欲しかったとか。あ、先生のこと好きになっちゃったとか？
I've always liked her, but elected to stay silent. After encouraging me to laugh at her joke, she pours me a warm cup of tea.
先生さ、患者さんのプライバシーって絶対守らなきゃいけない立場だから、自分では口が固い方だと思ってるのね。
I do.
だから今から言うことって全部独り言。独り言なんだけど、あの人ね、前に一度ここへ来たよ。傷もないのに犯された、診断書を書け、金ならいくらでも出すとか言ってたかな。
Coffee's too bitter for me to drink.
さすがにちょっと腹が立っちゃったよ。騒動でここに来たら普通はシュンとするものなのにな。
What a nutly man.
君と同じだぞ。
I am an ugly man.
とは言ってもやってることが全然違うね。どっちも同じく大物だけど、片方はやれやれで、もう片方は
The other.
イライラ。
She lasted up, noting this is what no doctor should say. You write the report.
いいんや。お姉さんはないものは書かない主義なのだ。ノーと言える大人になるのが夢だったのだ。まあ時と場合によりますけど。
He's a pretty cool adult. Think to myself.
なんだったら審問会証言してあげましょうか。
Please do. I have not half bowed my head. I'm surprised at how easily the answer came out. Higuchi sensei just blinks at me.
てっきりそのことについて聞くために来たんだと思ってたんだけど。
I put down my cup and straighten my posture.
修一郎さんとは長い付き合いってわけじゃないけど、何を考えてるかはなんとなくだけどわかるんだ。
You can?
そうだよ。喋ったらすぐにね。で、だったら本当はお姉さんにどんな用があったのかな？
I've been having bad stomachache from stress lately.
それで？
I'd like to prescribe me some strong laxatives. Her eyes go wide for a moment. She then burst out laughing, wiping the ends of her eyes.
ほら、すぐわかった。
What is he planning to do? I am curious about his plan, man.
そういや向こうの穴蔵削ってたらでっけえ化石が出てきてな。
You found an ammonoid? I'm heading to the coal mine on the morning shift. as usual. Right before I get to the elevator, the sound of hurried boots assail my ears.
おい港あいや0720番いるかいたら一歩前に出て直立不動の体勢を取れ早く
Why is she wearing what looks like to be like workout clothes? This is cute. We're seeing more signs of suffering more. It's suffering. When she finds me, the bedhead-stricken suffering grasps my shoulder with her face twisted with urgency. Out of uniform today, ma'am.
そんなのどうでもいいから早く来い
Is that what you normally wear in your room?
黙って早く
She turns to me with bloodshot eyes.
審問会間に合わなくなるぞ
What? Prisoners aren't allowed to run on the facility grounds. Suffering and I are running now. What the hell? Did they suddenly just move the hearing to literally now? What the fuck? What's going on, ma'am?
わからん珍しく寝つけたと思ったらいきなり重大犯罪簿の監視長が来て今日の8時から審問会だと
The hearing was supposed to be held tomorrow. No one told me anything about that.
私もだよ今日は非番だったんだなのに夕顔監視長は伝えたと一点張りで
What the hell? Oh my god. Is he ready to deal with this shit? Oh my god. Neither my heart or mine are ready.
だろうが出席しなきゃそのままお前の負けだ時間は
A minute to 8.
あと4分かギリギリだな
This has to be a setup.
本件は重大犯罪簿が主導権を握ってるわいせつ簿は管轄じゃないから審問会が始まったら私は何もできない
She turns back to me with an apologetic look.
賞賛はあるんだよなお前
That I do. The hearing is held in the gym. It doesn't feel like it usually does, though. It feels like a courtroom. And I don't have good memories of courtroom. There are 10 jury members. The jury members raise their hands to the proclamation they agree with, and victory is determined by the majority.
陪審員のソフィーア・シコレンコです公平な判断に努めることをここに誓います
Reducer had bought out 6 of the 10 days ago. The free agents would be suffering and
陪審の末席を汚すことになりました山岸です公明正大を心がけ正々堂々性癖以上を成敗上等プリズンの秩序を向上審問後には気分も上々を目指します
I don't understand, so I'll just keep that in and figure this out when I finally understand Japanese. The ridiculously by the book and ridiculous Officer Yamagishi for obscenity ward, I imagine.
吾妻ジュリアですすべては神の御心のままに平等な審判を行いたいと思います
Been a while since we saw Julia. If I remember right, the captain of the sex crimes ward, Agatsuma Julia. Kukitani-san told me to be on my guard around her, and this trial is probably no exception. The other two aren't exactly my court either. They're just aiming for a fair trial. The trial has a judge whose role is to hear out everyone's views.
本日審問長を務めます白石東子ですよろしくお願いします
Oh man, that's no longer. The judge is already brought out. Fuck. A familiar face is in the post.
もとより審問長を務める予定だった方が急病で欠席となったため私が代わりに務めさせていただきます
Bro,
よろしくお願いします
even the judge is bought out. Fuck. It is as clear as day that something's going on behind the scenes.
それで0720番あなたはチーム名が何かと尋ねられた時に何と答えましたか
Get lost before I fucking crush you, baby.
なるほど
Or get out of here if you don't want to end up in the fucking ground, baby.
汚い言葉遣いです
Actually, it might have been. I'll fucking bury you, you anal bean comer, baby.
もう結構です
Yes, ma'am.
いずれにしろちゃんと断ったわけではないということですね
I believe that my statement constituted a refusal.
いいえ断ったと考えるのは難しいと思われます
Anyone would think it was an insult.
前後関係が不明です
If someone says, wow, A modest chest. Would you think it's the name of something?
たまたまそうなったと考えるのが妥当でしょ
The judge speaks decisively. Oh, I like how Julia's reacting. I also like she has very special looking eyes. There's no attorney or prosecutor here. Everything comes down to what the judge wants.
う。そして耐えきれなくなり0119番の拷問を犯したということですね。
I did not.
そう言い切る根拠がありますか？
Me being an exhibitionist.
露出狂で男色家の強姦魔ということですね。
I am not. This is all false testimony. There isn't even a doctor's report.
診断書なら私の手元にあります。
That is impossible.
あなたは0119番を死角に連れ出し顔面を殴打。抵抗できなくなった相手に強制わいせつを行い、全治1ヶ月の怪我を負わせた。
How? Yeah, obviously that's a forgery, but how did they produce? They had their way. They probably snuck in some fake doctor's report. Just ask Higuchi sensei. He'll tell you.
この診断書があれば必要ありません。
Yeah, man. How? Well, I can imagine the doctor's report isn't one of his bullets, because when he went to Higuchi sensei, she was like, "That's not the real reason you're here." I request a witness. Please call her here.
樋口強制移管は現在本島に出張中であり、帰るのは夜です。
That's not good. Reducer is to my left, chuckles smugly. So, this is why they bumped the hearing up ahead of schedule.
目撃したという証人がいます。証人はこちらへ。
私、近くで見てたんです。0119番の人が襲われそうになっていて、それは0720番が絶対ホモだったからで。
And Seymour is gonna get crushed for the second time. I mean, she already went to Solidary before, but like, it was. You can obviously tell nothing changed with her, so it was still crap. All right. What an outdated prejudice.
ここの服は体にぴっちり密着してるからそのプリケツに発情して襲ったんじゃないかと。
Even if that's true, what's it to you?
0720番、証人を脅迫するような真似はやめなさい。
しかし今の発言は問題があるかと。 LGBT にも最大の配慮をするのが国の方針で。
今その話は関係ありません。
Oh, you could tell. You could tell they were like, no matter what they even said, they were straight up ignored. The court is under the judge's full control. And you look at Julia, she's just like, whatever. I'm just having fun right now. The other jury members just watch in silence. I request to see the doctor's report.
見たところであなたにわかるはずありません。
I'll be able to decipher who wrote it.
意味が理解できません。
You know as well as I do. The number 10119 for that baseless rumor himself.
これ以上の質問は無意味ですね。
You don't want to show the report because it's a forgery.
これにて0720番の審問を終わります。
As word got out, he's been spreading a malicious false rumor. Even the guards he's bought out would have to lay down punishment.
それでは続いて。
That's why he bribed you, isn't it? To rub out the inconvenient to rub out that inconvenient fact.
もう終わりだと言っているでしょ。
Her shout echoes throughout the gym.
0119番、ただいまの内容に間違いはありませんね。
はい、ありません。ただ付け加えるのなら、私は最初から善意で。
The hearing continues on as if nothing happened. I was not allowed a single chance to speak afterward. With the hearing over, I head for the library. The chief and Kurebayashi are waiting for me. Since their leader, Ed Reducer, had to attend the hearing today, they were allowed to skip out on the program time. I explained to them what happened.
ということは今日一日の審問会では ありえないほどに完膚なきまでに敗北したということですか？
Bruh. With the trial over, the question is he fucked? Because the most important part isn't the fact the trial. It's what they decide before they announce the judgment. The cell, whatever they call it, the following day. So he has to do something in between those two periods. I did.
このまま判決が下れば間違いなく絶対に向こうが勝つということですか？
It will. Sharing only the facts of what happened, that would indeed be the case. I was unable to call Higuchi Sensei as a witness and was barred from making any possible excuse. It does look like Eriducer's victory is assured.
ボン、私が散々忠告したのに気づいてたか？
I did.
そいつは良かった。それで自分でてめえのケツ拭くって言ったな。
I did.
そうか。ならいい。いいわけないでしょ。心証は最悪、証拠もなければ買収の証明もできない。これで一体どうやって勝つって？待ちませんよ。これはつまり作ったものも収録したものも全部があのエロギルドゥさんに持ってかれるってことですからね。
Sorry.
失望しました。今度も何か策があるものと思っていたらこの低たらく。めちゃ不愉快と言っても過言ではありませんね。
She speaks with a cold derision. I don't know why I'm having a hard time pronouncing it. Derision. Her disappointment reveals that she really believed in me. Believed in how passionate I was about making her game.
何を笑ってるんですかお前は。私にここまでやらせておいてバカにしてるんですか？
That really does make me happy.
どうするんですか組長？そうだな。いよいよ負けが決まった時はそれなりに落とし前ってもんをつけてもらわなければならねえが。
Just still retaliate.
もう負けたも同然でしょ。ヤクザってのは案外寛容なんですね。今からだって組の人間を動かせば。
その必要ないよ。
This is all part of the scenario. Okay. Yeah. We really don't. Game development is a sanctuary I finally found after being lost for so long. I won't let anyone take it from me. Yet, he went and intruded. Eriducer tried to sully my space. He crossed a line he shouldn't have. I won't forgive anyone who does that. Anyone. I will crush him no matter what it takes. I will bury him.
どう見たって配色濃厚じゃないですか。それこそ絶対的な買収の証拠でもない限り、あの不快な男はどうしているんです？さっき某の入り口でチラッと面合わせた時はすでに勝った気でいやがったな。ゆうべも独房で楽しそうにエネマグラをいじってやがった。私にやってほしいなんざ舐めたこと言いやがって。
Did he now? I'll have to hear it. He shoots me a harsh, curious look, but I do not budge. Then I put up my pointer finger. Chief, I got a favor to ask. He gave our plot a brief look and tore down the whole thing. He said Chisato's story was too dark, too gloomy. He has no fucking idea. To be more exact, none of you, but one of your folks. The lady who works in the cafeteria. He read something that I revised. I'll show him what true darkness is.
食堂ってお前何を考えてるの？
I'll show him the real shadows in life. I'll show him what despair is all about. What do I have in mind? Chisato lets out an unsettling smile. I'm just going to pry open a hole. A loophole. A hole. That's some fucking keto shit, man. Those fucking lines, man. So fucking keto. I wake up in my cell, let out a big yawn, then roll my shoulders. Oh, my. What a lovely morning.
生意気な歩く小便小僧を潰すにはうってつけだね。
A sip of my delivered tea and grin to myself. I'm on a railroad going straight to victory.
私は長年業界の大物たちをテレンテクダでやり込めて肛門をテレンテクダでやり込められてきた男だ。ガキの相手なんざ赤子の手で肛門をひねるようなもんなんだよね。
My first job was moving idols out of a small agency, stealing all their rights. And then I would look for girls on the internet who looked like they would hit it big, buy them up cheap by saying that was how the industry worked, and sell them off for a handy profit. They didn't need to sing well. Hell, they could be terrible. You can fix all that in post nowadays. They just need to be cute, endearing, the type to spread their legs easy. Even better, they spread their asses easy too. As long as they got that and my bullies as an erotic producer, they'll make it anywhere. Songs? Just host a competition and buy the rights from the attention whores who want to write idol songs. Easy. Don't even need to go abroad. Just go narrow and exploit losers with handshake tickets. Greatest effects, the least money. That's how I want immense wealth and prestige.
人生なんざ結局金を一番集められた人間が偉いんだよ。
Why then is one as important as myself in this prison? So what if I rape a minor or two, made them open my asshole? What's the crime there? What? 20, maybe 30 girls stupid enough to want to be idols lost their virginity. So what? In fact, they should be thanking me for going out of my way to teach them the ins and outs of prostate simulation and development.
まったく世の中は本当にバカだらけだね。
I'm going to steal that game, smooth out my record, drop my hentai score, and get out of prison. Could there be anything more natural? My prostate massager is gone. I don't know who sent it to me, but it was quite a well-paid piece. On the outside, it could never be satisfied unless I went with a slightly larger one each session. But this massager didn't have that problem. It just felt so stimulating whenever I thrust it into my ass, bringing with it bountiful pleasure. It felt like I was getting bigger on its own, growing to satisfy me.
愛をしながら朝食をとり、脱法ファックだの性の真似事をしているバカな囚人を見ながら優越感に浸るのが最高の楽しみだったんだが。
There's no law. The lost casts a bit of shadow in my glorious morning. I head to the cafeteria and get dished up. A regular guard escort is absent to prepare for the hearing, so I had to do this on my own. How unseemly. Why do I have to do poor people things?
待ちな。あんたのはこっちだろ。
She puts a few plates and bowls onto my tray. Feels like more than usual too.
当食を間違えて出したのか？バカだな、ラッキーだ。
But how used to high-class meals both my mouths are. I can't say prison food matches up, but it has been a while since I've been full. I eat every little crumb and return the tray. On my way back, I see that brat. He's chatting with that moron Ozawa, sitting across from him. He glances at me. I bet he's sweating bullets about the hearing in the process. Or is he worried about how I locked out his doctor witness? Either way, it's too late. The sentence cutting down today. There's not a damn thing he could say to stop it. That's what he gets for grossing me. I head back to my cell and wait for the hearing to start. All I have to do now is lay back and wait for the sentence. 30 minutes from now, I'll be sitting pretty. Victory.
結局この世は金とアナルが全てってことよ。クソガキくん。
As long as you got both, even prison is paradise. I can get Amy Guard on my side. Since I'm a responsible adult, I'm going out of my way here to teach you that. The way of the world. And for your lesson fee, I'll be taking your game.
0119番、審問会の時間だ。
はいはい、分かってますよ。と。
There are a few activities more foolish than getting on my bad side. Of course, the rubes that don't know the truth, that money rules the world, are bound to get exploited. Of course, you're going to die if you can't protect what rights you have.
さてサクッと勝利して
So of course, this kid is going to die. That's just the way of... Oh. Okay. I get it. Oh. Yeah, that's how he's gonna win. Oh. Good tactic. Actually, I already realized when they were talking about the lunch lady, I realized, because he was talking about getting laxatives, right? But yeah, I like it. I forgot I kind of forgot about the part where if you can't show up in the, because I thought that the process was like they go through the hearing and they just announce it without going back to the court or anything, but apparently they go back to the court, and if you don't show up, at 5 to 8, I step into the gym for the hearing. Today's the day of destiny, day of the verdict.
おや今日は時間ギリギリじゃなかったのね0720番
The judge calls me when I pass by her.
偉いと褒めてあげたいところだけど休んでもよかったんですよ
だってあなたの敗北はすでに決定しているんですからね
懲罰棒でどんな言い訳をするか
せいぜい考えておくんですね
The judge wears the same scummy smile that a reducer does. Maybe I'll have to, if you're lucky.
何この後に及んで支務長
A guard comes
何
running.
ですかどうかしましたか
大変ですなぜか0119番が遅れておりまして向かってきてはいるのですが
どうしたんですか
せかしているのですが走りたくない絶対に走りたくないと
Chaos and clamor begin to take the gym.
走りたくないだとこの遅刻寸前でか
一体どういうことでしょうシコレンコ監視長
あらあらなんだかこれは面白いことが起きそうですね
I know Julia's all about like whatever the fuck as long as it's fun.
あと1分で審問会が始まるんですよ無理やりにでも連れてきなさい来た0119番が
A reducer staggers into the gym, clutching his stomach. 4 past 8. He's down to the wire. The producer's face is pale as can be. Sweat runs down his forehead.
それでは両受刑者到着しましたので時間通り審問会を始めます
Alright. Let's see how this works. The judge lets out a sigh of relief. Good. Now, begin the hearing.
では今回の判決を伝える
As an aside, I hear countdowns are a wonderful thing. A fellow inmate went on about how magnificent they are to me. You hear him tell it. There's nothing like the catharsis that comes with hitting 0. I think I'll give counting down a try myself.
両受刑者の証言を聞き実行した結果
5. 4.
0119番の言い分に利があると陪審員一同判断した
3. 2.
よって0720番を
1.
有罪
0. Man, he shit himself in court, man. Holy shit. How comes a bellow that is more scream than roar? Accompanying on it around him is a stream of black. No. Brown sludge.
なんだこれはくさ
あらあらまあまあまあ
I like Julia. A reducer turns around at the speed of light. He dashes from the gym, ass half out.
待ちなさい0119番
It's over for him.
これは大変なことになりましたねこうした脱粉での中断の場合審問会はどういうことになるのですか
I've been up some reading. Not just books on Tula Prison's rules and regulations, though. Misato and I have been reading books about human anatomy, particularly about anuses and pharmaceuticals.
こうなってしまったら一度諮問会を中断させて。
いいや、それはできない。チューリッププリズン遵守事項第45条19項、懲罰審問会はどのような事態に陥った場合であっても、
Nice for the save.
運命を待ち出した場合であっても絶対に中断させてはならないと、そう記されている。
It's over. The prison has a variety of academic magazines and journals. I found a rather interesting article among them. It was a rare case in the Japanese journal Gastroenterological Surgery, Volume 7, Number 5, July 2013. Case report: 52-year-old man. A man simply happened to fall rear first onto a plastic bottle with a foreign object lodging itself deep in his anus. Found himself unable to remove the bottle and happened to get in his rear and call for an ambulance. The man was in the habit of performing anal masturbation often. This sounds like the... What's the name of the guy? The guy who did that with the bottle. With the bottle. Anyway. The glass bottle and it broke. And the bottle, having happened to sink all in all the way, proved difficult to remove. Surgery was performed with the patient in the little limb position. So the surgeons managed to grasp the object with forceps. The apparatus broke. Only 6 hours later did the operator successfully extract it with a meat baller. The incident left his anal sphincter loosened, causing him to excrete involuntarily for some time after the fact. We believe this rare case to merit this report, as well as scientific analysis to detail. So what happens to the verdict now?
あと3分で戻らない場合、規則にのっとって0720番の言い分を全面的に認めることになりますね。
The article was a good starting point. We'll look for more books to read. What do we do to reopen the well-trained anus of a middle-aged man? How do we loosen his sphincter? Next, what kind of medicine would cause diarrhea on someone?
こんなに臭い中でも続けるというのか。臭い。
First, I had Kugitani-san arrange a custodian for me. I knew from experience that a custodian could go virtually anywhere in the facility. I then had him deliver third and something, the prostate massager. Since you can't get one into the prison, even through black market routes, the one I sent were handmade. Any man, a fan of whitening his anus, would not be able to help himself after noticing it in his cell.
あと2分。こんな。
Next, I took a night duty. They made massagers, rural, bigger. I had 2 of them in rotation, made them gradually larger in turn. Then I had the custodian exchange them every day. This is something a reducer would not pick up on. But then asked that was loose to begin with, who wouldn't notice his anus gradual expansion. Why do you look so pale, Your Honor?
なんでもない。
When a judge or judge member falls ill, he gets swapped out quickly, right? Is it time for another switch? Then I pretended to have constipation to get a prescription for powerful laxatives. I passed them on to the chief's people in the cafeteria, passed them on to Osawa, who put them into a reducer's breakfast. This, then, presented a question: what is anus so loose, so developed, would be able to hold back the brown tides? The answer: no. Everything is above board. Victory in court by default is well within the rules. Or did you have him promise to reward you for victory?
何をバカなことを。
Winning over the remaining jury members is a simple affair, but they have a high opinion of my opponent and a low opinion of me. Well, I don't need to make them think any better on my side. Let me be more specific. Are you worried he'll break the promise he made to make you debut as an idol if you won this? I just need to make them think worse of him. That will shoot up their impression of me, effectively no less. And you're in cahoots with them, Sumori.
私は知らないので先生が勝手に
I like how both of them wanted to become idols or some shit.
貴様クソマネ一緒にエネマグラを突っ込んだくせに何を
Oh, they fucked up. They exploded. Oh man, they're not gonna make it.
私やってなくてローションを塗っただけであとは踊っていたのでこのうんちの人たちとは関係ないので
うんちの人は貴様だろ
Can you trust a man you just seen shit himself? Of course you can. I said it once, and I'll say it again. I'll fucking crush you, baby. You open your ass and you open your grave.
3分が経過しました。
My means were dirty, of course. You have no grounds to complain.
本件は0720番の言い分を全面的に認め
You cross the line. Let me no choice.
0720番を19班のリーダーであること
So I took my chance.
それではケツを取りますただいまの判定に賛成のものはいはい
I like Sulfur just saying hi repeatedly. That's so cute of her. I took this hole. I took this hole. This hole, and plowed through it. Those fucking lines. And it was in a mosquito kind of way. I took this hole, this loophole, and plowed through. Now it's curtains for a reducer.
0119番の懲罰に関しては追って報告することとする以上諮問会は解散
And victory for me.
またよりどころが心のよりどころがなくなっちゃったよ
Hey, you were practicing your dancing, right?
はい
Dance.
けどやりたかったわけじゃなくてお母さんのためだから
Dance.
でもここは審問会場なので
Fucking dance! I didn't play it out like the story Chisata wrote. How does it feel, I wonder, to lose to her tail spinning? This is true darkness, a reducer. The person you threw away for being talentless threw you in the trash in turn. So, I ended up tearing off your pants along with that cloak of lies. Deal with the pain of it for the rest of your life. And know which one of us is worthy being a producer. I think you'll enjoy. I think you'll enjoy being the butt of jokes, baby. It's getting worse at these quips, man. When I announce my victory, the gang's eyes go wide before they raise a cheer.
いやまさかよくやったねボンまさかとは思ったがいやまさかだったなこれは
Now that I'm finally back in the computer room, he gives me a crushing noogie.
いやマジであそこからよく勝てましたねぶっちゃけめちゃビビってます今も
Pull it out of your ass. The reducer lost his rank to privileges for giving a false statement. He was also sentenced to 10 days in solitary. Yunari, we won. Won big. Thanks for believing in me.
てめえがやるって言ったんだそれを見込んで認めた以上やれるとこまで見届けんのが親分ってやつの務めだ
I'm not part of the family, though.
細けいことは気にすんなとはいえ正直こうもうまくやりやがるとは思わなかったよ
I wasn't lax with this.
大体私たちにも作戦を説明してればこんなことにはならなかったんですから基本お前が悪いですよね
I won, I still got yelled at.
まあ これで後々難癖つけて貸し借りみたいにされるのも面倒なので謝っときます。疑ってどうもごめんなさいでした。
You do have a point though.
しかし私はてっきり買収の証明をするのかと思っていたんですが。
That would have been too complicated. It never even occurred to us.
思いつかなかった。
Hell, I didn't realize that thing about the doctor's report until our producer brought it up. It did break up something that had us thinking a bit though.
なあ、こんなやつに負けたという事実にだけは少し同情しますね。いや、やっぱしないか。同情する価値ないな。はい。
I didn't really care how I won. All I needed was for things to play out like they did in Chisato's story. Logically, swiftly. It's all thanks to you, Chisato.
全然だ。私は最初ちょっと考えただけ。
Him shitting himself led to him running out of time and losing the trust of the jury. That was all, Chisato. He picked up all the information we had on the reducer and narrowed it into a single beam of hope. If it weren't for her, he wouldn't have spread his innocent enough. Through her, being on the team, it put her in danger. Sorry about that time in the library, where I started smashing my head without telling you beforehand. Did I scare you?
狂ったのかと思った。
Does not stutter.
でも元から狂ってるから大丈夫かなと思った。
Does not stutter in the least.
守ってもらったの。ありがとうだ。
Don't worry about it. I'm the one who wants to thank her. Couldn't have won this without you.
そう？
Without you, there would have been no victory.
砕け抜いたり。
Him shitting a sewage system in his pants. That was all you. We couldn't have done it without you opening the. Look at now. He's been making a lot of quips. So, like at this point.
私だけのせいじゃない。
We wouldn't have won without his anal. Wait a minute. Just keeps going.
私だけのせいじゃ。
He's murmuring and stuttering something. I can't make it out.
そいつは何度聞いても傑作だな。
最初聞いた時、自分の頭が変になったのかと思いました。
Hey, work really hard on this.
そいつがいいんじゃねえか。黒いお嬢ちゃんが真面目にそんなの考えたから。
シュールすぎますよね。喜劇の才能がありますよ、お前は。
The two burst out laughing, unable to hold back.
暗いって言われたのに、そうなのか？
Well, I thought the plan was really cool. Maybe we were too close to the plan. See how silly it was.
面白いって。
Got to think of it. Maybe Chisato can write dark yet surreal, comical, amusing scenes.
それで、その審問長ってのはどう落とし前つけるんだ？もう一度叩き潰すってなら、今度こそ首を突っ込ませてもらいてえもんだが。
We wouldn't need to. She's already quit. That was her plan to begin with. She wanted to use this ordeal to get her reducer released early, join his agency as a performer. Girlfriend told me that that guard had always wanted to be an idol. Oh, wait. If Reducer took advantage of her, I can find a bit of pity in my heart. There's no evidence on the other jury members, so we can't do anything about it.
一人が瞳悟空になったってわけか。ちっとばかし釈然としねえところもあるな。
いいんじゃありませんか。金でどうにかできる人間が分かったということで。
I don't really understand what Korebayashi is getting at. She has a cold smile on her face. In any case, now we can get back to making our game. To be honest, this is all the whole ordeal meant to me. I'm back and gamed up. Nothing else matters to me. Let's blast through this last week. I shout, expecting them to shout with me. This time, they all sound off in sync. Then, a few days later, Tomorrow is the final day of Rehabilitation Program's group project, which makes today the deadline to turn it in. Is it done yet?
まだです。
Okay. I'm pacing back and forth, Korebayashi as she taps away at her keyboard. How about now?
エラーが消えないのでまだです。
Okay. Is it done yet?
まだっつってるでしょうが、向こうでおとなしくしてろ。
Okay.
だいたいこのエラーも、お前が直前に ADV パートでボリュームバー出したいとか抜かし出したからですよ。めちゃ工数考えろ。
Be so sincerely sorry. Decide to go count keys in the corner. I can't get in her way. I mustn't.
昨日までは忙しかったが、私らはこうなると待ってるだけになるね。
Shh. Keep quiet. Can't distract Korebayashi.
釈然としねえ言われ方だな、おい。
Her for Chisato. She's a master of being quiet.
ありゃ口下手だろ。
Oh, right.
ああ、ちくしょうまたエラーか。おいお前。
Sorry for being loud. I'll be more careful.
アーカイブ化が終わりました。できますよ。
We all pile around the computer. Sitting there like the queen of the computer lab. Korebayashi double-clicks the icon on screen labeled percept.exe. Is it done yet?
今立ち上がってるんですよ。
おや、画面が出てきたじゃねえか。
あ、来た。
And then
思ったよりちゃんとできるもんだ。
ええ、まあまあ見られるようにはなりましたね。
すごい。動いてる。
we slowly proceed through the game.
なんてことですの？能力で作り出した竜巻に精液をぶっかけることでその熱を利用し、サイクロンを生み出しましたわ。
I like Sober's voice acting. The shit. Everything worked on separately has become one on screen. A feeling of dissatisfaction fills me.
ああ、おいもうなんだな。自分の絵だってと少しばかり重はゆいな。
なんかまずっかゆい感じ。
そういうものですか。私は自分のデザイン最高だと思ってますが、ボイスもいいし。
まあけどなんつうか、なんだ。
なんていうか、
ゲームですね。
Yeah, it's a game. Natural game. The project we made ourselves. We really made a game.
そうだな。ボン。
書いたのが
ちゃんとゲームになってます。
The four of us are enchanted by the tiny game screen.
これで報道はおしまいだ。
Everyone working together with everything they have towards a single goal.
あんだけ長い時間かけて作ったっていうのに、プレイをするとあっという間だな。
And sharing in the joy afterwards.
言っても冒頭のワンシーンだけですからね。そういうものなのでしょう。制作というのは。
It's something I never experienced before. They all share a look and laugh. I don't know why, but I started laughing too. I've been hurt bad from trusting people before. Our project is over for now. It's not something I want to go through again. But if it's with these three, I could take it. But this doesn't mean it's complete. If it's with them, I'm more than glad to risk betrayal, and I feel that from the bottom of my heart. There's so much we have left to do. I feel like I've gained a lot in this moment. But most of all, I think I gained trust. For the first time. I want to finish this game, no matter what. I want to. I have to. And with it complete, I'll prove. So until the full version is done, that we are here. Let's keep working on the project, all of us, together till the end.
制作は中止です。
What do you mean, ma'am?
貴様はない頭を少しは使って考えてごらんなさい。こんなゲーム
このプリズンで作っていいはずがないでしょ。
The officer speaks coldly, giving her cane an intimidating prod. Captain Yugao Hazuki, the leader of the serious offenses ward. He commands all the prisoners' security forces. That makes her one of the last people you want to cross. What? Yet my jaw is slapped and my mind baffled. I don't see the problem. We made this with permission.
このチューリッププリズンでまさかアダルトを作っていいはずだなんて本気でそう考えたのかしら。
You received permission from Captain Shikolenko.
その
ソフィーア、ラフに関しては芸術性がないものは許さないと言っておいたはずよ。これはどういうことかしら。
すみません、誠にごめん、申し訳ございません。
Suffering shrinks down in the back of the room, looking like she's seen a ghost.
ですが、これはその
It does have artistic merit. This is not just erotic. It asks society to reflect on the meaning of perverse and of fetishes. All right, here we go. This is the keto shit we've been waiting for. We didn't try to make it erotic for no reason. Now that the game is made in some form, I can explain its meaning. By depicting the reversal of societal positions, those said to have abnormal fetishes, I hope to open the door to greater understanding of.
だからといって露骨な性行為シーンは許されません。
A clear voice rings from the center of the room. The woman sitting in an expensive chair in the middle of the room looks to be in her early 50s. That's what someone from the her early 50s look like? I'm pretty sure I've seen women in their early 50s not look so old. What the fuck? Anyway, he's none other than the leader of Tulip Prison, Warden Mizoshiro. No one here has more authority than she.
しかもこんなチラシなどで宣伝している現状。本プロジェクトは内外から注目が集まっています。なおさら完成させるわけにはいきません。
I cannot grasp what is going on. Some people I've barely spoken to have appeared out of nowhere and are trying to take away my game. Our game. We had nothing to do with the flyers.
それでも現実は現実です。
And I simply cannot comprehend why they think they can do that. Why?
大体なぜモザイクが入っていないのです。仮にこのまま配布していたら大問題になっていましたよ。なぜちゃんとチェックしなかったのかしら、ソフィーよ。
I am an exhibitionist. Wait, I need to take a short. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go. I can't remember if I read this, so let me reread it. I'm an exhibitionist.
ちゃんとチェックするのがあなたの仕事でしょ、ソフリンちゃん。
I find my greatest joy in showing off my cock. Why then would anyone accept me to put the mosaic over one? What need is there to hide what should be shown? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this.
あなたには19班のリーダーとして相応の責任を取ってもらわなくてはなりません。
Why?
わいせつ棒0720番に本件の処罰を言い伝えます。
I guess he's going to solidarity. Why did it come to this?
あなたはチューリッププリズンの禁忌とされる性的行為を助長する作品を作り出し、間接的性行為を行い、
Why won't they understand? I finally found my own world. Why won't they understand us? I found a way to express myself. Something only I can do. Why are they trying to ignore our existence? I found a way to communicate who I am. Why is this happening again? What right do any of you? Why are they trying to take me from myself again? Had to take it from me.
夏美、坂麦。
Why are you trying to take everything from us? Give it back. Give it back to me. Give it back.
よって PC 内のデータは没収。優等受刑者及び二等者囚人を剥奪し、 本ゲームは削除。
Give it back! I stay! He had no right to do this.
そして反抗的かつ高圧的な態度を見せた受刑者に対し
No, give it back to me! やめろ!
15日間の懲罰貿易をここに命じます。
I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen to him eventually. Give me back everything you last taken. Every last thing you taken. Oh, that destroyed my delivery. I'm in the solitary confinement cells. A lightless place where those who transgress in criminal society are sent. Tulip prison for the perverts who misstep into their incarceration, and solitary is for those who misstep during their incarceration. This is the prison's lowest level. The pitch black, damp cell was less than 4 square meters in size. Small meals are delivered 3 times a day, all leftover. This is the pit of despair, one with no light or sound. Some prisoners nearly lose their minds in the deafening quiet. I like how Erducer is still having the runs right now. I can hear Erducer's voice from somewhere. No one will come to help, no matter how much he shouts. There's no meaning in it. The night vision cameras on our cell simply watch us wordlessly. We are in a hell of quiet. But isn't it a reducer in a life-threatening situation because he has the runs for I don't know how long he has, but like basically having the runs will put you in a life-threatening situation because you're losing electrolytes and shit, and literally shit. But like they say 3 days in here will make even the most hardened prisoners into the most obedient of kids. I am here. I don't know how many days have passed. I'm on the verge of forgetting how to move. I lose my sense of time. I lose my sense of body. I lose my sense of everything. Yet, this heart of mine, the emotion that smothers in my core, it has not bent. It has not faded. I grabbed the leftovers with my bare hands and shoved it into my mouth. I eat to survive. I eat to achieve my goal. With tears of blood leaking from my eyes, with fists balled tight enough to bleed, the dull crimson coming up from my lungs. I'm going to finish, I solemnly swear. Making my game! Anyone that tries to take it from me, I'm going to finish making my game! I won't forgive them. So here and now, I swear, I'll fucking crush you, baby. Man, that comma route took a while. All right. We're gonna use a route. But I want to cut this cleanly, so I'm gonna stop the recording here, upload this immediately, and then we're going to start one of the routes. I need to also consult one of the route orders, the recommended route orders. Yeah, because I heard like some of the routes straight up all the other routes. So thing. All right. That's it for this recording, this particular video. I'm gonna come back in 10, 20. Well, it's not gonna be obviously on your side, but it's gonna be 10 to 20 minutes on my side, and start whichever route recommend. Start. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching, and I'll see you on the next upload. So hopefully you're maybe. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao.